trying to understand.
They're talking about getting some of that, what do they call it, long gravel or something, the way they run it through a stone crusher, I guess it breaks it kind of long pieces instead of round pieces pretty much.
Oh, really?
So it lays together, binds
Lays
together,
better. Flatter, you mean?
yeah, binds together and goes with it. Wash out. So
What's that, yeah?
I think he said something to me about that one.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What's my scene? So, guess what you left in the back of the car?
Yeah, I just remembered that. We had people borrow cornhole boards yesterday. And when we picked them up, we
That's not what I'm talking about.
what I leave.
Remember when we went to Spike's? We got mozzarella.
Oh yeah. Did I also leave my hoodie in your car?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna need that for work tonight.
Okay. You're on my key, so you can go get it.
Sure. Is the door unlocked now?
I don't
I use them right here.
We're also just having.
Yeah, we're supposed to go one night.
I'm just killing it.
What quality do you want for Timo, you know?
We started.
Who's harder?
Well, we can call our meeting to order.
Well, we have, public hearing for.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the, public hearing, so.
We're supposed to call that
Hi.
Hello, how we doing? Big town meeting tonight, huh?
Once a month.
Remember the days, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Don't know as if I miss them any, but I remember them. Been to a few of them over here since then, but not too
Yeah.
many. Yeah, I pop in once in a while just to keep them guessing what I'm up to.
I'm thinking
So,
these
we
are
have a-
supposed to be
We
distributed.
need a motion on that to call it.
I'll call it to order.
Okay.
It's 5:46.
You want a second that?
I'll second, yeah, sure.
She did.
She did, just want to say she did.
Is April not coming?
Yeah,
She's here.
she's here, the Bible's here.
Is that one for April? And this one will be for- One for you.
Once you put that on that should all be done.
I didn't print this stuff, this was sitting here.
When we come to the meeting, in my opinion, all that should be settled, that those numbers should all be filled in.
Are those on the resolution?
Yeah.
The only reason they're not is because there's always changes at the meeting, so we leave them open until everyone agrees.
They should be to the point of agreement with what we're getting as far as I'm concerned.
Agreed,
Got this.
agreed.
Right. Brian, did you find these ones in here that had multiple?
I signed 2 or 3 of them.
Right, we're in public meeting. Are you coming?
Did you open the public hearing?
Okay.
5:46.
I'll see you a little bit then.
What's that?
5:46. I made a motion. Second by
Sarah,
Sarah. Didn't remember your name.
thanks. Appreciate it.
You tell me.
Are you here for the tax levy override business or not?
Me?
No.
You guys override it all you want. I'm not in this town. You do what
That's what I
you do what you wish.
That's right, yeah.
Higher the better.
Yeah, we always.
Oh, sorry, Dad, but I didn't see you sitting there.
We always do it, but we never.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that idea either.
Sorry. It's better to have, they say it's better to have the protection in case if you have to, right? Because you can't go backwards.
Right, in case your figures don't jibe up at the end.
It's better to have the insurance on a oopsie and try to explain it later. 2% is hard though, because I mean, you look at everything, fuel and insurance and retirement fund and all that, that's,
Sooner or later, it's impossible.
Just electric.
You can,
Yeah.
you can shut off enough things, but sooner or later,
We'll catch you.
it's gonna have to.
Well, even the smart meters now, they're reading full power on something that's just plugged in. If it's plugged in, it's considered full power.
I know, yeah.
So they're,
Yeah.
you're still getting hit. You'd have to go around your house every day and unplug everything and replug it back in.
so if they keep their electric bill for a highway garage at the same it was last year, you don't consider the increase,
They know it.
it's not gonna work. Right?
I have to say no, my son said no, because they're not going to plant my tree.
So I haven't cut down the tree yet.
I raised taxes across the river to 1 year, 9%. And I was thanked. Thank you, because they saw our guys out doing more on the highway. But for years before me, it was always kept at that 1%, 0.5%. Well,
Yeah.
you can't keep up with highway payroll like that. How are you gonna keep up with anything else? Like you said, you're stripping everything and there's nothing left to strip.
Yeah. Keep it down.
No.
In the end, it's pretty good.
What they don't realize is that the town board members and supervisor and all that, you pay taxes too. You don't wanna do that to yourself unless you absolutely have to.
Exactly.
You don't enjoy doing that, none of us do, but it's a necessity to run a business.
No, but you see it a little different because you see where it's being spent and you see that, you realize that sooner or later, it just has to happen.
There's a lot of money that gets spent, it's, call it non-tangible, you can't touch it, you can't hold on to it, so people don't see where it's being spent, but it's a necessity to spend it.
Well, the trouble is, it's hard to keep people if you don't pay them.
True.
You know, they can walk across the street and get a better job.
And there's not a lot of people out there looking to come into your job either, you know?
No.
People just don't wanna work.
Well, they got the idea that, you know, everybody wants to be an executive. The world needs a lot more grunts than it needs executives.
A few more Indians, a lot less chiefs. That's right.
I've worked on being a chief. It's better off just being in.
It's more peaceful that way, isn't
It's a lot less stress. You don't have to worry about anything. When you go home at the end of the day, that's it.
That's right. Deb, did South Borough get a new ambulance?
I'm not sure.
It was one behind me at the road, like it looked fairly new.
Yeah, it looked different.
Yeah.
There's something in the back there. It's a different design or something.
And
Yeah.
the symbol of the, whatever that whole symbol thing is, the
Yeah.
snake around it or whatever it is.
I can't talk a little bit.
It was behind me and pulled up to the South Borough Rescue Squad, and it was a big, I think it's a Chevy chassis maybe, good sized rig. I'm like, good if they could pull it off, hey,
Right?
God bless them.
April, I think, is here. She's out back. She would.
Oh,
Hey, campers.
Like them? Are you? Fancy water sometimes for the guy.
They use larger,
Is it for what?
It's A&P water testing
Yeah.
for Lizzie's. Why do we test Lizzie's water?
Lizzie.
Lizzie's campground.
we get water from different sources to check the water in the district. Sometimes
so it's
they use
just
Dollar
random
General.
testing?
Yeah.
Okay.
They give different times, different places,
They go
right?
different places. Sometimes they'll go to Lizzie's because it's accessible.
Okay.
So he can pull right up there. He can go to Dollar General, but to go to somebody's house and knock on their door.
More
So he-
difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they use places that are accessible to them.
That's good. Thank you.
And get those other samples turned in.
So Wendy asked me about that and I messaged him. He said that he did them last Thursday, but one of them had a problem. It wasn't done correctly. So he has to redo it on Wednesday.
Does anybody know if we've heard anything from whatever, I don't even know where we have it tested for Millbrook's water, because we're still on boiled water order from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Virginia takes it every day or whatever it is.
Yeah,
right?
but because we lost power in the park,
I know, I read that,
yeah, and they were doing the
yeah,
inspection,
boiled water, so.
there was supposed to be like extra testing. And I don't know if Jason has heard back, and I haven't had time to call this out.
I don't know.
Did anybody test it and bring it to A&P?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Jason did.
Yeah, because the water came back on that
Curtis
day.
over to Curtis's in Norwich, he did this thing. I want to, when I was reading his report.
Alright. Yeah, because I haven't heard anything from him.
Okay.
so.
I've seen him come a couple times to test the water, just whenever he gets there.
Yeah, he
But
tests
we
it every
haven't-
day.
He didn't want to do the
Never been there.
Yeah, he'll know, I'm sure. You think he would hurt somebody.
Right,
You can check any of the ones that we got in, but if I don't, we'd have to know that they're testing it because you're on boiled water. And then we'd be able to see if one came in, because usually when they come in, we just put them right with the bills.
I got a quarter of my yard
How the results you get to it?
literally a
They're
quarter.
both emailed with the invoice, but they still have to do that periodically, because we've been passing, we just file them.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
How are you? Good, how are you? Good.
Dave?
How you doing? How you doing?
Good.
Upstairs, my phone ringing. I think it just started ringing. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I just said if you're in control, but not today, because I'm gonna put my keys on your desk. Because I know I'm gonna knock them off.
How's it going? Get a taste of pizza, it's delicious.
Oh, I can imagine, yeah. Maybe that day will come.
It'll come soon. Haven't been down there, I wonder if they did what they did.
I don't know. Honestly.
No, it's the one, just one. Man. Man.
Yeah, I helped out a lot.
Oh, yeah, real.
Yeah, do you have an extra pen? Thank you.
No.
Well, you,
Good, how are you doing? Yeah, does it snow
Can get
there
excited
through there?
I don't think that one.
Oh,
They go.
yeah, there's something.
behave a lot better together than they did 50 years ago.
Oh, right. Way back.
It's not like doing no, you gotta go down the field, it's not like no, I just.
Of course. Yeah, I love them.
Okay, oh, yeah. Wait, what is that?
Okay. Is that the skinny bridge, the walking bridge? I don't know what's like their place.
So it's the last electric site. So if you were the one building up top, east was like zero.
I got you.
It's one all the way to the dump station.
Okay, yep,
It's like,
yes, okay,
there's two bridges, one's in the left.
I got you. Yeah, the one looks fairly new, right?
Yeah, the only thing I can see with that is the, hand or something like that.
Okay.
Because it's like that.
Sure.
But that way, it's like-
Oh, okay. I was like, in what area? How did it? Okay.
Yeah. I agree. No, I'll have to check it out and see what, I don't know, see what I can do.
Yeah, they're probably gonna get the door over. Before this.
Sure, yeah.
I was on it.
Long way, yes. No, that's.
There's nothing on this.
That's the base of it, I'm sure, so, yeah. Yeah, when I get time, I'll get it.
Is that in the village?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, what you got for us? You're the first one I see.
Me?
If you got a comment, public comment,
Nope, just mainly here to talk with Dave about the door and stuff, figure out what we're doing with that. So I figured that was coming up on your agenda at some point.
Well, since it's under buildings and grounds, he could talk a little bit about it, but I'll give
And
John,
what order you were doing stuff in, so.
yeah, I'll give John all the quotes, and then what he says about the door. Then we can talk about it. Basically, I mean, I think the door needs, you did a great job, you're a good guy, but there's some adjustments that need to be done on that door. It's just not a plumb, I don't know what we can do with any type of shims or anything, metal shims, just to get it, because it's sticking on the top.
It's on the PV, John. It's in his report.
I guess I didn't know it was sticking, Dave, but I know that,
I could show you afterwards.
yeah, because when we check the wall's out of plumb, so. And that
Yeah.
metal wrap frame, there's nothing you're gonna do with that old building.
one solution could be put a metal strip on it. Like you put on a metal door, not a rubber weather strip, but
Wendy sent me something, a metal strip with weather stripping attached to it. Did she show that to you?
No,
It
but
said
she
we were
talked
gonna, we were
about
gonna
it.
put that on after you got the door painted, so that
Yeah.
you wouldn't get under weather stripping. And I said, sure, no problem, I'll get it, we'll do it.
Well, I just want to say, I know they make, on the backside, they make some, because right now, there's like no room on this side, and there's a lot of room on this side where the lock is. So I don't need to get shims just to push it this way a little bit, to give me a little bit less of anybody trying to break in. I mean, I know it's a police department, but we're living in a different world that people might try to.
No,
so.
right.
So we can get that also, so there's no wind going through it in the wintertime. That's my main thing, is to see through it right now. So,
So the weather stripping will take care of that, though, right?
I think on the side, but on the bottom, you can see through the corners. So,
is there a strip on that?
he has some
There is
already
a
on,
sweep that came with it that goes on the front of the door.
but I think if you get those,
It's not a really decent sweep though, right? I mean, Dave, it's not, right? It's
no, it's just,
just chintzy little tiny sweep that they sent with the door.
I think if you maybe got a better one of those, or like you got, you shimmed a little bit that way, I feel, get rid of that gap.
Okay, you guys take a look at
Yeah,
it. Hey,
Okay, the only thing I've got is the fact that we did select a full-time medical provider, BLS with administrative responsibilities. It's 40 hours a week. And that person is probably going to be pulling between 2 and 3 shifts a week as a medical provider the rest of the time. And in between those shifts, I'm going to be doing the scheduling and a lot of clerical activities that will get us back on track. I think this is going to increase our coverage, I believe, significantly over the coming weeks. We're still short a little bit on drivers, but I believe that we're going to get healthy again. You do not have the report. I'm sorry, I'll get that for you tomorrow morning. We do have the basic call sheet, but it's not in the normal format. We'll get that on over to you. Part of it is the training process and the handover from the person who was doing the call sheets previously. I want to make sure that you've got something that is consistent, but also something that perhaps provides a little bit more granularity on the calls. That's the big news with what's going on in the EMS, and I believe that you're going to see a stronger EMS going forward.
okay, thanks. Who's next?
Anybody else?
Hi. My name is Mike Weslowski. I just wanted to voice my support for Wendy's dissent of the building of the county's new facility. And I don't know if her opinion has changed. I hope not. But I'd like to support that. And the other thing is, I don't know who manages your website, but your minutes haven't been updated since May. Just want to point that out. Thank you.
And I think she will continue to have that same opinion about the county building.
Well, it's not 35 million, it's really closer to 60
Really?
with all of the expenses and the additional interest that's gonna accrue over time.
Anybody else? Okay, let's get started then. Approval of the minutes. I'll move to the last meeting.
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion?
You want to? Nothing to me. I was going to tell them I forgot to. Oh, on last page, the resolution 34, it said definitely clear, you can't put it either.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Nothing, just so.
So, all in favor of approving the minutes, huh?
All of it?
Okay. Opposed? Okay, we've got our reports. According to the list here, we've got one from police, highway, town justice, Southwell water assessor, town clerk, Millbrook, and supervisor. We have all those, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please,
I don't have a South Berlin or an assessor.
Pardon?
I don't have a South Berlin water or an assessor.
Yeah, they're empty there.
I thought the supervisor might be out of town, so.
Yeah, that's also empty. Just
Anyway,
one's the same time.
it all looks good on paper. Okay, let's start with police.
Yeah.
So we'll go right into just some of the remarks because I have to come up with another, I'm looking at some software now because the county's CAD is not gonna, until they're looking at RMS or some other type of system, until they do that, they're not gonna fix the problem they have with this stuff, so. I mean, it works in their building, but for some reason it won't, we can't get an exterior, it won't work over here for whatever reason. We tried a couple of different ways. And they're still looking at it, but the companies in Mexico. And there's some issues. So, but as far as there's some remarks go, so we're trying to do hiring, we're trying to get all this stuff, we've been trying diligently since I started here. And we've talked, Wendy and April and I have had different conversations on what options we can have. I understand we're small, so, you know, the budgeting is kind of limited. But we can't have X's in all the boxes. We can't say low pay. Currently, we don't have any option for a family plan insurance, which is very difficult to want to hire somebody. So some of the options I was thinking maybe is for, since we don't have that insurance option, maybe an opt-out for like the full-timers. So this way they get like a stipend for the year to pay for their own insurance that they're doing, since we don't offer one. Or something like Aflac, you know, just have a supplemental for the officer, at least this way they have something with Aflac with short-term disability. This way we're giving them something. You know, we talked about before, I just need the information. I know there's a discrepancy on this, but I still need to know who the DCO is for our backup. Just so we're on the same page, because even though they're the backup in an emergency, they still have to follow the same rules and regulations that we have to follow, because we're the DCO. So I just need to know some information on that. And this way, in case they do get a call, I know to look for that report, because there has to be a report over in SPCA. And also, Deb, I got a call from Kathy today, because Lisa brought a dog over. I know you and I talked, and maybe it was a miscommunication, but they never got any, did we do
We
a
signed that.
contract? Did it done?
We did, one of their last things that came in said that, we weren't gonna be able to do it until January of 2026, that our window closed, that they gave us
I
ample
thought they
time.
fixed that, because Kathy asked for it.
Oh, I don't know.
Today, I got a message from her saying, because Lisa had a dog over today, and she said, I need the contract, and I need the licenses and all that stuff we were gonna give
Okay.
them.
Yeah, well,
So-
we can get it all sent over. We've got the resolution. We sent it off to, does anybody remember the name? Carol? Carol. We mailed that to her. We were unsure. We were gonna ask Wendy, was she supposed to sign it and send it back to us? But
Yeah, I didn't
lawyer
know that
said
it
he
wasn't there,
wanted-
I thought it was done, so we should, so,
we just passed the resolution at the last meeting.
okay,
That just happened.
okay. All right, so that's something you'll take care of, so okay, I'll let her know to contact you directly. As we talked, budget information, I just need to have like a monthly. Thank you. I don't know, periodically I get something, but I don't get it every month, I don't know exactly what my budget is, so I don't go over it. So I know
I feel
what,
like we talked about this at the last board meeting where we wanted to have budget reports sent to all the department supervisors.
We did, we haven't done that yet, but we need to do that.
Do you want me to send an email to Joan to ask her to do that?
That'd be great, yeah.
Okay.
Good point.
and then a couple other things on the hiring, which I can give to April. So currently, the New Berlin Police Department is still a 25-year retirement system, and that's kind of antiquated. Every agency now is going to 20-year. And right now would be the optimal time to really get into that for us, because it'd be the lowest, being that we only have one full-time officer, where that's where the money would be coming from. So there's a whole section here on how to apply for it, what it would cost. The annual cost is $4,711, which would bring it down to a 20-year instead of a 25. And that's probably a little high, because they still, when I requested this, it took a couple of months for them to do. We still had some other officers on it, so it'd probably be a little bit less than that. It doesn't affect me because I'm retired, so I don't contribute to this, so it doesn't really, so there's no, today, right now, would be the cheapest and best option to do it. So there's some resolution paperwork and there's ways to do it, if you guys wanna look it over.
In New York State.
Yeah,
Yeah, through New York State. Because right now we have a 25 instead of a 20.
Right.
And I think that was because even the sheriff's department had a 25, and they probably just copied that, and now they went to a 20. Because their retention rate's so hard to keep people at 25.
and I don't think we had any paperwork that said what it approximately cost when we were working on the budget either. So now we do have some
Yeah.
paperwork to look at.
And then another option, you know, if you watch our Facebook page or Indeed, I've been trying really hard to full-time officers, part-time officers. We'll talk, if you've talked already about maybe raising the rates and stuff. I don't know if that's something that's gonna wait till the new year, or it's something we could do right away, since the money is there for the officers that were allocated here, but they're no longer here. So maybe that's something we could talk about. Another option is me. I'm here, supposed to be here 20 hours a week, but I'm obviously here more than that. But I like to be able to full-time, and there's an application for a 211 waiver, which would waive it's called a 212. So the 212 is what waives, the 211 waives the 212, which means I can work 40 hours a week and I can get over the cap budget, because currently I can only make $35,000.
Right.
So this would allow me to be here full-time, be on the street more.
That's what I was gonna ask you that.
Be on the street more. Yeah, I mean, like today, for instance, I came in today, I didn't get any of my office duties done because we had an incident down towards South Town, we were in the woods looking for an individual, so. And then when I covered for Lisa, there was no, that's what I did, was cover for Lisa, so there was very rarely in the office. But this would definitely help, this is definitely an option, and it's something that would help immediately, because obviously we haven't found anybody as of yet. So there's a whole section here on how to read it, it's all done online now. And then-
I can make copies for everybody.
But yeah, I mean, I wanna, I'm trying to come up with options, and if you guys have anything you could think of that we can do to get people here, I mean, I'm open for anything, because we need officers, but we can't. When other municipalities in the same county are paying more, like Oxford and Sherburne, it's hard to compete. And unfortunately, Otsego County doesn't allow their sheriff's department work secondary employment, so I can't even hire anybody from there. And this county sheriff's department is very short-staffed. So if they need to work overtime, they're gonna do it there, they can make more.
Right.
So, but I think if we all figure something out together, we can get
In
this
short,
forward.
pretty much they're all the way around.
Yeah, yeah. So, that's it.
Okay, thanks.
All right, now on this door, we're gonna get that solved today.
I'll talk with him, and so what this is,
Yeah, I got it. That's all right.
this,
I got it.
Oh, there it is. So this first one is just showing
Yeah.
the door that you purchased. I have another piece of paper that shows what the original door was supposed to be, and I think that the company made a mistake there on what we were supposed to get. But that's that, and then there's an original one, work order, and then we added to what we were doing, and then the final one, so you can work that out with Mike. Okay?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's writing.
No, we started paving today on Sunset Drive. On all shims, but we have them done tomorrow. All goes well over there.
Pretty good so far.
Yeah, yeah. It was quoted for 2.5 days, we should be able to get it done in 2 days, so it's nice. I know, the also the price is probably $35 million. So, you know, we got a black top, the wood chip, but they're all done. So, what we're doing this year, we're doing one more probably, but right on time, so. Next week, we're gonna start West Shore project. Yeah, all the piping for that,
We got it all back with that.
yep,
Oh, good.
yep, that was delivered last Friday, so right around $300 worth of pipe for that, so. We're,
All trees trimmed, out in Warrington.
yeah, all the
Good.
trees. On Sunset anyway, we do have a lot more trees to do. It's gonna be next month's project, hopefully, cut the shoulders and get some trees cut back out of the road. And Harrison has the ones that lead roads and so.
After the rain the other night, I got a call, something wrong, said there's a tree for road.
Really?
I went down, there was just a dead limb. I don't know,
Okay.
15, 18 feet of it, probably not that big around, dropped out, broke up on the road.
Okay. Yeah, and unfortunately, there's more than I'd like to say around down of that, so.
Yeah.
to that very soon. It was out Can't ever predict which ones are the worst ones, but
When your place coming down, so let's make that
of
year.
course. And what they don't foresee any trouble with or the ones that are on the roads. Yeah.
Up on, Oakville, that when they gonna leave that.
So we have that on the schedule for, October. Yeah, we're gonna fill all that in. We have actually, got those people come in and do that, So we spoke with him and he's got us, well, it's gonna be about $2,500 for them to, plus they have to buy the material obviously, but that's it. So we're gonna do that and, that property road too.
Yeah.
We're gonna
It'd be good to
replace
get
that.
those put together before.
Yeah, for sure. And the turnpike will be all paved in before winter as well. Yep.
Was the grade all picked up?
It was, yes. We did sell the grade all for $20,000 to Plainfield. That was picked up Monday. Last week. So, yeah, they made it home safe with it. It's out of our hair. We're all proud of that. So.
There was no title with that.
I did not come across the title. They were okay with the bill of sale.
Okay.
We did register it, got permanent plates on it, so they're just gonna transfer their plates to it anyhow. So they were okay with the bill of sale, and I haven't heard anything since.
I see you did the special arrest training.
We
You
did.
got that over with?
Yep.
You get that stuff handed today at the mayor.
Yes, yeah, we did. And, I sent Matt the link and he did his and filled it out, so everybody's up to par on that. So.
What about that?
I talked to him the other day, he seems to be doing better, but he's still in intense physical therapy. Yeah. So, it's coming back anytime soon, I guess. It's hoping by perhaps the end of the month, but it's, here and there.
Yeah.
Not,
No,
but, he did get his other procedure done and went well.
roadside mowing done or?
So
No.
we've got a couple afternoons in on it, but, we still have a few more to do. We're gonna cut some shoulders next month on, say, Buttermilk Falls, but still, Hunts Pond, so those are kind of on the back burner as far as getting mowed, because we're just.
They're gonna be in there anyways.
Right, so, but, for the most part, everything is pretty kosher with mowing.
Yeah, I see you guys about to do that. Most two of
Yeah, they're down on,
them, with Jake and, well, Jake.
Yep, those Jake Rivers. Yeah. We got Mountain Pond. I did one more. Yeah, actually, that was probably the tallest of the whole town, honestly, so.
Well, looks like things have worked along pretty good for us this summer, so.
Yes,
They got a lot of work.
we've really, I think we're up to about 21 pipes between driveway pipes and crossover pipes that were a necessity, we're not just doing it for fun, obviously.
Yeah.
These are bad pipes that are gonna cause a hazard, would have caused a hazard down the road. They replaced the plastic, they were all steel, so everything's replaced with plastic, and we should not be really.
Hopefully, it was a better life from the
Yes,
last one.
yes. For sure.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks, I guess, unless you got something else.
Yeah, but really, surplus, I'm still waiting on, Auctioneer International to get back to me about taking some pictures. I just have them condition reports. Haven't heard back from them. DEC, of course, they haven't reached out to us at all. I, sent them another email, but I guess they have 90 days in order to respond, so.
How many days has it been?
August 4th was our first correspondence, so,
Okay.
yeah, oh yeah, no, but.
I got 90 days.
Of course, we got 90 days.
We're a third of the way. When are we at the 89th day?
Yeah, exactly, so. No worries on that, it is, cut off is officially shut down, we got So they're talking lots of process and nobody can get across it. School's okay with it. they've been running just
I see you
fine.
met with the school about.
I did, yes, yeah. So they just going over their procedures and whatever, call us first thing in the morning and whatnot. So,
Brenda, you mentioned to me about water classes or something.
I did, yeah, so I was talking with Jared, Klein there from the village, and, I guess there is some classes coming up here in next week or whatever. They do, I guess they're $600 a piece per person, and there's also a textbook involved that costs, I do believe, $120 or so, he said, per person, and then you have to keep those credits up throughout the whole time in order to renew your license when it's up. So it's, I guess the classes are anywhere from a week to a day or a week. So it's a process. I suggest that not everybody get it.
I was wondering if everybody wanted it, or do you have
So not,
people that said, I definitely want it? I mean,
Everybody said that's what they wanted.
yeah,
I mean, that's something that you're interested in doing? Okay.
I will, if need be, of course, but, there is, I don't think everybody should get it just for the amount of money and the time it's gonna consume.
I think, personally, I think it ought to be somebody that's dedicated to doing it.
I agree.
You don't want somebody that's slap happy, that's,
So if you
Sure.
have somebody
you want
that's
somebody that's
interested.
really dedicated to taking care of it because it's important.
It is,
Everybody's drinking that
and
water, so.
another thing here though is, you could go to jail over a miss-up.
Oh, there's a responsibility.
Yes,
Yeah.
so that kind of discouraged a lot of people.
Including yourself.
Including myself, especially,
Yeah, but like I said to you, if that was such a big thing, Jared wouldn't be doing it.
Sure. Yes,
So,
and there really isn't a lot of people getting into that
No.
industry, I guess.
I mean, it is a good thing to have on
yeah,
your
that's
belt.
what
For sure.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Right.
no, for sure.
you are the person that's.
Yeah, I know, I'm
Something
next,
happens.
I'm next in line, I understand. I
Trickling it down.
do what I have to do
Well,
to, so. But that's all the information I have on that, and again, that's all hearsay, so, but,
well, trying to get some more information if you can.
yeah, I can get them.
When they have the next class.
Next classes and,
Start first year, maybe we can
Yeah,
get a
you
couple
got to
guys
get-
that are.
yeah.
sure.
We really need to have the background.
Oh,
I mean, we don't want to force people to take the class, but
Right.
boy, it would, in the long term, would benefit them as well.
Yeah, told the guys that everybody doesn't get it, perhaps we could pay them a little more, just the ones that do, instead of.
Whatever they will be, that's
Part of
the reason-
That's part of
part of the
the,
deal.
how we get the stipend.
Right.
Yeah, that's what you.
Yeah.
you got to do it. Yes. Yep.
So that might be a,
Yeah, once they get that, sure.
Like anything.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand, for sure. But not everybody's putting their hand in the pot for it, and then if we got one or two, maybe give them a little, up it a little bit.
Maybe after time, somebody might think about it, think it could be a good thing to do, or if they
Sure.
want to do something like that.
Correct,
It's, like
right.
I say, we don't want somebody,
We'll make
have
sure they
somebody
know.
to do what they don't want to do.
Yeah, I know, of course, yeah. So, well, yeah, the new chips check should be in the mail, I'm assuming here in time.
open, yeah.
And then, submitted $87,000 worth of stuff, so it should be,
Fingers crossed.
Somebody coming back.
yep, so.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Well, thanks.
Right,
Thank
well,
you.
that's, there are quite a few public, did you want to see if they just arrived? They had any public?
Do you guys have something?
I'm curious to know, is the caretaker's position at Millbrook something that is appointed, or is that up for a new appointment? What's going on with that? Because I know myself and my husband aren't alone in saying that we are very displeased with the current situation the way it is.
Specifically why?
We have discussed, people from up there.
Okay.
We haven't come up with the right person for the job. But we have discussed,
I gotcha.
okay,
Okay, that makes me happy
well,
to
Yeah, I
know
think
that
there was a
you,
process
that
that
you're
we're trying
looking.
to find,
Yeah.
people to be up there and to fill the position and.
I get it, it's a full-time position and, you know, I get that, but the person you have there shouldn't be yelling and screaming at patrons they're paying money to cancel.
Who was yelling and screaming at patrons?
The woman,
Which one?
The
We have two on staff.
one that
plus
stays
myself.
there all the time in the camper.
The one that stays there all the time in the camper would be me. I don't remember yelling and screaming at you folks.
No, it's not us. We stood there and watched you yelling and screaming at somebody else.
Definitely did not. I have stood and had conversations with people, but I've not stood and yelled and screamed.
we were in another campsite.
We're at
and
another
overheard
campsite
it.
and watched you.
And
You may
overheard
have heard the other person screaming. It definitely wasn't me.
well, let's see going forward if we can't alleviate the situation.
it. Okay,
Matter of finding people and like I say,
all right,
we have looked there again, like wanting somebody to test water, you need the right person to do the job.
exactly,
And
exactly.
finding that person is not always easy.
No, it is not, it is not.
And we want everybody to enjoy the park, absolutely, I mean, that is the ultimate goal, is everybody to enjoy the park and feel comfortable and have a good time up there.
Okay,
So we do know that that's important.
okay, well, thank you,
You're welcome.
and thank you for listening.
Absolutely.
If you guys have any specific problems, please feel free to come here or to me or any other
It
staff
wasn't
member.
just us. There's like
Okay.
10 other people. So
Well,
we're
anybody,
sorry.
I
We're
just wanted to be clear that if anybody has problems, if nobody tells me that there's a problem, I don't know that there's a problem.
Okay,
And I am always happy to discuss it. Not a problem with me.
okay, all right, we will do that. Thank you.
I thought
Good
that
night.
thought it was you. I was sort of that.
Have a good night, folks.
Yeah.
You
Thank
take
you,
care.
thank you for coming.
Okay, we got the justice report, which we can pass along.
Yeah.
We've got, town clerk's report.
I didn't see anything.
I have an addition to the town clerk's report that I mentioned to Wendy. She would have brought it forth, but because she wasn't at the county meeting. So the county ended up, during their, would have been earlier today, at today's meeting, they had to do a resolution on a tax that I had to pay them. We had a tax bill. I knew that I had over $4,000 left in my tax collection account after closing my taxes out. And trying to find where it went was nearly impossible. So we decided we'd wait until the August letters went out from county, that their taxes were late. And when that happened, one individual with the exact amount, minus a little bit of interest, came forth and said, I paid, here's my receipt. Our online, sometimes we've had about 4 over the last several years, payments will get stuck in the system. They won't download, but they will be in the system. So I called the software company, they looked into it and said, yep, I see their payment. This is the date, this is the number. I checked the bank account, deposit went in. So we marked her paid, county canceled the non-payment, and then the town will get that last bit of penalty and interest as soon as the county cashes their check. So it was something that involved county as well, so I just wanted to bring it to the board's attention that
Okay, so that's still straightened up now.
it will be, they haven't
Or will
cashed their
be, when
check, but it
when
will
the
all
check-
be straightened up, yep.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
I don't know about what's in your file, but I'm down in Millbrook.
Me too.
So we, as we were talking about earlier, we had a DOH inspection on August 22nd. We didn't have any power or Wi-Fi, so we were put on boil water notice. I did not know that when we lose power, we're supposed to go on boil water notice until we get water tested every single time. So I'm still waiting on the results of that. I'm not sure what the status is.
Got that treatment with it.
And then the DOH, the lady who came and did the inspection, said that she had never seen the water treatment room down there. And we have the septic alarm in there, so she wants it moved outside the building. Because she claims that nobody can hear it inside the building, even though we hear it every time it goes off. So But she wants-
She requested or suggested or requested?
it's being required of us to move it outside and put a laminated sign of what to do when it goes off. So I just need to have somebody look at doing.
Okay.
Tom came up to try and do the cameras, couldn't finish it because the day he was there, we didn't have power, which means we didn't have Wi-Fi. We did put in a doorbell camera, which allows people to come up to the door and ring the bell, and it'll call the phone to tell somebody that they're there and need something. Like if they're out checking fire pits and taking care of garbage and stuff. And we held the cornhole tournament on August 30th. I thought it was a great turnout. We were only one team short of a full roster. I had a lot of people text me that they had a great time, because I texted them to follow up to say thank you for participating. We hope you had a good time. Please let us know if there's anything else you need. I got lots of texts back that they had a great time. And at that cornhole tournament, there was an incident with a renter. We ended up calling the police on him. Copy of that police report is attached to my report. And I have had further communications with the lawyer. Before Wendy went away, she sent an email to the lawyer about the park rules, like how we wanted to word the UTV stuff. And I have discussed with them what they want. I have communications that I was not able to get in this meeting, but I will share those with you all. So they just have some suggestions about what to change with the rules. And-
Rules and rules.
Yeah, and then
UTV.
I also sent them the camping hold harmless agreement that when you make a reservation by default, agree to that. And they want to change a couple things on that as well.
The lawyers do.
The lawyers do, yep. And one of the biggest things that they want to change with the park rules is that they want to get rid of exceptions for medical purposes for UTVs and any other golf carts, things like that.
Really?
Yeah, they want them gone.
I think that'd be the best thing, myself.
Yeah, they said it was a problem with, like being fair and applying it to everybody, so they just need to all go. That's where we're at with that.
So somebody who cannot walk, and that's their means of transportation to get to the beach, we're not going to allow them to get to that area?
I have to ask them to put in some kind, there's gotta be
Because
some
here's
kind of a
the- I-
mobility scooter at least.
Right, I have trouble with the fact that, they won't be able to take them down there. I mean, if I have a grandfather and I'm taking him and he's camping with me and he has a
Electric
mobile
scooter,
scooter,
Scooter, whatever, right?
Right.
they go like 7 miles per hour
I
like
would
that.
think that would be the exception.
Right,
I mean,
Scooter,
and
ATV.
and my thinking, that would be the.
I would say handicap
Well,
capable and stuff.
At
I
that
think-
point, it's a medical device, it's not like a recreational vehicle.
Right, right.
So like
I
a
just wanna
medical
make sure
device.
that-
okay.
I
It's
have to
clear that
follow
there
up
is
with
an
them.
exception for people with motorized wheelchairs, people with, some type of handicapable. I have, I'm in family care and I have individuals that could have a wheelchair and I just don't want somebody to give them a hard time if they're
Yeah, I
they're driving that around.
I don't want that to be a problem either, so I didn't get to read everything that they sent, but I will make sure that there is some,
Well, we have-
there's gotta be an exception for
I
that,
would-
because it's accessibility.
Well, you have to, yeah, it's a park, we have to be accessible to everybody, all groups.
Exactly.
So we'll have to work through that and review it and see what we got and then come back with a solution.
Yep.
Okay,
Do you guys wanna know what happened with that situation with the police? Cause I was the one who ended up being involved with it.
I read the report.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did too.
If you guys are good with that, I'm good with that. And
I just came to say that I got there, got out of my car, was walking over to where Pat was, And I heard this guy yelling at him, calling him an asshole, and saying, I've been doing this or coming here since before you were born, blah, blah. So he thinks that he has the right to yell at whoever, like he's supposed to be treated special or something. But anyway, I lost my temper and I yelled at him. And then I said, come on, Pat, let's just walk away, because he just kept going. I think there's a handful of people up there who liked the person who was working there before, and now they're targeting Sarah because they think Sarah fired her when she quit. So now they're targeting Sarah.
Well, every time you change, no matter what kind of business you're in, every time you change.
There's always
Change somebody in charge, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
You build up a new list of people who don't like him.
Well, I'm a taxpayer in the district too, and I personally have seen my daughter dedicate tons of time, free time, to not only this, but Millbrook. And this same guy in the spring harassed her verbally for 45 minutes, I heard. And I'm not happy about it because of the hard work and dedication she does.
Yeah, usually you get, what is it, no good deed goes unpunished.
Absolutely, absolutely. Unfortunately, yeah, it's,
Well, I just want
It's
the
a
board
shame,
to
but it's the way it is.
understand that
Well, we
people
understand.
are gonna come here and badmouth Sarah because they're mad at the whole situation.
There's gonna be other people that come here that's gonna,
and change is hard for everybody.
the opposite.
Absolutely,
So,
there has been some
that's just
changes
part
in
of
the
it.
park that,
Well, when you had nobody up there for a few years, really up there like we have now, not really enforcing all the rules, and now you have people there daily saying, you can't have a dog on the beach, or you can't
Yeah.
do this or that or the other thing, people are they don't like the rules. It is what it is. And
Well, Connie had those kind of troubles too with people.
yeah, she did, we definitely went through those.
I know, I've
Yeah.
went over one of those things sometimes.
Well, Connie's now sour at Sarah, so I think she has stirred up a little trouble up there
Well, I
for Sarah to
hope
have
not.
to deal with.
Yeah, we don't know.
In the end, I think everyone has a right to their perception, opinion, and the same amount of time on the floor. So,
Right, yeah, no,
So, are we moving on?
Yes, we are.
I think we are.
Let's go to finance.
Okay.
Thank you.
My favorite part.
Good, then you can introduce it.
Sarah,
Do resolution 37, that's the only one we got, right?
everybody has the.
Or is it actually 37? Boy, I hope it's 37. Okay,
Well, I mean, I could do it because I did the vouchers.
go for it.
There you go.
Okay, resolution 37 of 2025 authorizing to pay the audited vouchers. Be it resolved hereby authorizing the supervisor to pay the following audited vouchers. I think we had covered all the things that were problems. Oh no, there's one thing I had a question on, but we can finish the resolution. So, general fund, $10,733.99. TOB fund, $3,635.24. GA fund is $0. DB fund is $44,351.11. SL fund is $0. And SW fund, $1,067.90. Introduced by me.
Everybody.
You all happy with it?
I didn't see.
The only one that I had a question on that remains was the Go-To My PC. I thought we were gonna do a different program than Go-To My PC.
Hasn't been approved yet, it's in tonight's meeting.
Isn't this charge for Go-To My PC for a whole year? And will we be able to get any of that back if we,
I can look into getting a refund on it.
Okay, because if we switch programs and we've just paid for Go to My PC for a year, that kind of sucks.
Right, it was 210 for the year, and it covers, I think, the month, I have to look, I think it covered August, September. So we've gotten 2 out of it, and I'll look into their cancellation policy. But we just needed something, because we kept tabling the VPN.
Right, right.
So we came into our year.
Okay.
And I don't know if your numbers are gonna be correct, because you have them on here, where is it?
I had one in prepay that was different.
Oh, yeah, so, prepaid, because you're not gonna go into those, I don't think, unless you're gonna talk in depth, are you going through those? That's gonna need a resolution next month, because it's already been paid and it's one fund to another.
Okay.
So that will need a resolution for Casella.
Yep.
It was prepaid out of general, but it's still trying to get used to looking at where everything was last year, and we've moved Millbrook into TOV.
Yep.
So a lot of the general lines are still there, but they're now supposed to come out of TOV. So Casella was charged to general and paid.
Okay.
And it needed to go to TOV.
I see that, yeah.
Okay, so we got a motion and a second, we've had some discussion, all in favor,
I,
opposed?
We have to,
Yeah.
Parks,
Yes.
Christian,
yes,
Wales Right,
Yes.
Stockwell.
Yes.
I've already got Reifenberg absent.
Okay, the profit and loss sheets. Balance sheet,
I'll move.
we have a second,
I second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Get on the right list, see where I'm headed.
You're getting there.
Okay, old business, we had harassment policy, I'm taking it, we're still working on that, right?
Yes.
You gotta go through that.
Right, and I just got about the personal policy completed in a whole, I left you guys some of it. We'll have to go through it when we get a chance, fine tooth, but I think we'll have it all done and we can just add the other part to it, and we should be good, but. And then it'll just have to be checked for grammar and any errors and.
I'd like to miss that meeting. And we'll pass that, huh, John?
I think we'll have it down.
Yeah. The computer ER,
VPN.
what's the, yeah,
You did that.
That's what she was just talking about. That's the email. It says Gmail, and up at the top it says VPN.
Mhm.
That was the thing that we tabled because we wanted to know if there was an annual cost. And I emailed him, he emailed me back that if we wanted the additional, which I think we do, the total secure firewall is included, I believe that first year is what we originally read. It would be $449 per year. It's encouraged but not required. And then the life expectancy of the equipment was a question. The sonic walls are generally expected to last 5 to 7 years. So those were the questions that had it tabled last month. So, and then the other one was it comes with one VPN license. Wendy wanted more than one. And what that means is one person at a time can get on. But if we don't know who's on, then you just can't get on when someone else is. But Wendy wanted the ability to log in from home. She wanted Joan via AJF, the ability
Right.
to log in, and then I also log in. So it would be 100 for one or 299 for 5.
So there's no in between, it's either one or the 5.
1 or 5.
But only one can be connected at one time,
Well,
right?
no, if you get
If
the
you-
5, you can do 5, right?
If you only pay the 100, then only one could be connected at a time. If you
Okay.
pay the 299, then up to
Then all
5
five
could be
can-
connected
okay.
that doesn't boot anyone else off.
And the 449 is not required.
Not required, but encouraged. It's the total secure firewall. I don't know enough about IT. I know Sarah knows some to know whether or not a VPN is still secure without having that. I'm not really sure.
It is, it just means that you use a different firewall service instead of the total secure, but
Like, what about our own firewall? Don't we have a
it
firewall?
comes with built-in stuff that
Right.
you could use. It just isn't as strong as what the subscription would be.
Okay.
Everybody else has extra.
And it's $9.99 one-time cost to get it all installed, plus the $2.99, that's a one-time, right? Which means
Yeah.
everybody connected at a time. There's a
Yeah.
one-time fee.
Yeah.
So it would be I think the 999 included the 100, but it would be an additional 199 now if we wanted to do the up to 5.
So we wanna do something, we wanna continue to wait, what we're gonna do.
Just figuring out now.
The only push for this is that Joan can't get on
Right.
really
Well,
from her
we
company
notify
or a
them.
company computer because they deal with IRS. IRS did not mark, go to my PC as, not secure, but not in their list of approved.
So what are we paying for?
So we're paying $210 a year for Go to My PC, and if we get this replacement to last 7 years and we don't pay the extra firewall,
Which I don't think we should. I think it should be fine. It's not like we're a
Right.
multi-million
It's
dollar
still-
company. that
this is
somebody's
still a
trying to
step
do.
above what we have, so. Instead of it being $210 per year, it'd be about $186 per year if it lasts the full 7 years.
I say we do it,
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me.
especially because we have to be able to deal with the IRS. She has to be able to
Right.
go in and out. I mean, this is the
Yeah,
system that they're allowed.
And
to
that's
have.
if you-
Stuff you
yeah.
gotta have.
And that's $186 per year if you get all 5 licenses. So even
yeah.
more, that we should just do it.
Okay,
I'll move it.
I second
okay, all in favor,
it. I-
opposed? All right,
So Deb, you'll be able to find out if we can get money back, right? For the-
Yes, I'll look into that tomorrow and I'll contact Computer ER as well.
Thank you.
I will also update the minutes. I don't know how it went from May to nothing. But I'll get them all on there tomorrow. I'll email them.
Okay, thank you.
our town website,
I think Wendy and Sarah were dealing with that, so I think
What about it? What did I miss?
I don't know.
the .gov is still in old
Oh, it's
business.
done. It's done.
Are we at
We're
Is
.gov?
the, is
We're live with
the, is
our
the
website.
website, well, we've got to get us all, but like our website app,
Our website is a .gov,
okay,
active.
all set?
Yep.
I've been going to our .org and updating our .org.
.gov is active. For me, every time I've tried to go to .org, it gives me a broken link error.
Okay.
Oh, I just hit continue and it brings me to it and
You're
then
live. I'm looking right at it. It's
that's
not
live now.
.gov, perfect,
Perfect.
okay. And how do we
Yeah.
update our minutes and now that we're .gov? Just still
It
through,
Should be the
Should
same,
be, yeah, same.
should be
but
able
we
to
don't still
download.
have the same passwords if we wanna put a notice on there.
Yeah, because it's just DNS change. Sorry if you don't know what that
Right.
is.
No, thank you,
that's
we
fine.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you do know, please.
It's whoever's
Yeah, it should
managing
be
your
the same
site.
thing. I've signed into the website and made updates to the Millbrook page
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, because it's, everything is the same.
Yeah.
It's just, now it's pointing to a different URL.
Right.
Oh,
That's all it
exactly.
is.
I'm on it, I was on it and said .gov. I didn't realize. That was a very smooth transition.
Yeah, that was great, thank you.
All right, that is all full business, complete.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, we're all set.
Yay.
Nice to know something works, it's for the, okay, we have a letter, wait a minute, no. Local law,
I thought we did that last,
we voted to present it this time.
Okay.
We had
Can't
no
do
public
local
hearing
law
for
until
it.
after public hearing.
yeah,
We had a public hearing, and the public didn't show up, so.
okay,
There you
well,
go. I'll move it.
One second.
all right.
Sarah? Stockwell?
Yes,
Mecklenburg is absent. Parks?
Yes.
Wills, right?
Yes.
Christian?
Yes.
Moved.
okay, we have a letter from Penny about her resignation. That we need to accept her resignation, or, says her, please accept my new letter as notice of my resignation is at the end of the day on Friday, September 26th, my retirement date from the state retirement is on Saturday, September 27th. I apologize for the confusion.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
I'll
Thank
move it.
you. I second it.
Okay. All in favor?
And
Opposed? All right.
Is it just FYIs?
Pardon?
The next two are just FYIs that came in, so I put them in here for you guys.
okay, yeah.
Now we got, on the list, we got to appoint, Jeannie, right?
No,
For 10/1/25 through 9/30/31,
we did that last month.
we did.
We were able to get that accomplished. We just couldn't do resignation.
Yeah, because
Because
I
it was-
remember doing,
Okay,
It was, the resignation was more than 30 days in advance, and you can't accept a resignation more than 30 days in
Right.
advance. Or it becomes
yeah, I
30
think
days.
we already
Okay, so
approved
that
her.
helps.
So we
Yeah.
did Jeannie.
Yep, she was all set.
all right, I'm just trying to catch up all the notes, got some.
Yeah.
I think, Wendy probably forgot to email you, Debbie, but Patrick is a official town employee now. We need to
She
accept
told
that.
Joan, who told me that that was gonna be in tonight's meeting. And that Joan wasn't putting information in her Wendy until after tonight's meeting.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so while we're talking about it, we had earlier discussed appointing Patrick for the fill out the rest of the season, right? Rest of the year?
To cover Yeah.
Cover?
custodian and to do Sundays.
Then move it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll move it.
We have a second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
You do?
I have to.
Okay.
Somebody wanna let me know,
I think-
rate so she can get him in the system tomorrow?
I think it was $100 a week. Whatever the remainder was of what was left for Brian.
Right. I knew that's, you just
Yeah.
explained it, right?
Have you had any, do you have any, applications for positions up there?
We have some for director. I think Wendy and I are gonna do interviews when she gets back.
Okay. Because we need to fill the positions that it keeps you out of an awkward situation,
Right, being an
If you're
elected
not-
official and having
if
to
you're
be
not-
up there.
kind of the unofficial manager. If you're there and somebody has to take care of things and you're doing it, that's commendable, but on the other hand, it lays you open to get grief.
You know, yeah. The target for some people.
Or it may create opportunity for you to give grief, whichever, I don't know.
Yeah.
But whichever it is, my kids would tell you, if dad's involved in something, he tells us, stay out of it. My daughter lives across the street over here, and I said, don't speed in town. 'cause I don't want to hear about it. I said, you know, I have a discussion with him.
If you do, I don't know yet.
Well, don't expect any favors, because you're not getting it.
No.
Okay, so,
So I just got to the other side of the table. I gave all your applications off of Indeed back in like August, and our position emptied in July.
Mhm.
So when were they gonna do any type of interviews? Because I've had people contact me that they put in some, but it's been 2 months and there's no interviews for the position.
Right, so like, I feel like we've discussed this before, where we said we weren't even sure what we were asking people to do. So we wanted to figure out like what the long term is of it, what the budget is for next year, what the tasks even are, how we want to integrate that with each attendant, and I feel like we resolved that at the budget meeting. So we're just.
So it's not being filled this year.
No, it's for next year.
That's for next year.
Yeah.
It is, but
Right, and I've talked to a couple of the applicants that I know are regulars at the park that have asked about it. And I've expressed that to them as well, that it's for next year.
well, we're kind of new at this, because we've only had a couple shots at it here so far.
Right.
And we're probably as, we're taking a shot at something that you have no idea what you're doing with. Our feet have been on the ground most of the time, sometimes it's not, but, it's a learning curve, and maybe if we get some people, we get into another year, maybe it'll be looking the way we want it to look, that's all.
Right.
Okay. The E-code, $100 doesn't increase on E-codes, it's just a rate going up, as I read it, right?
Nothing you can do about it.
Doesn't sound like congratulations, we're gonna raise your rate.
I think on one
Told me
of them,
100.
it's the first time since 2008.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Draft
One of the-
6.
One of the few.
You got draft 6 for us, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I just threw this in because it was in with your board meeting stuff, so I don't know if it was just
Yeah.
review.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is it pretty well?
It looks good, though.
Is that final?
Yeah,
It-
pretty well. What they've done is mostly had the lawyers recheck it to make sure the changes that they asked the planning board to do.
Yeah.
They've done it, they had to go back to them, but now
It looks good, though.
I would think with this one here to be it, so.
Yeah.
Another
Okay.
final one that.
Yeah, I read it over, I thought it
Yeah,
sounded
I
good.
agree.
Well,
So make sure you guys. Okay, you will submit with all of those, a lot of it depends is our highway superintendent. Making, you know.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on, making sure it's being done properly, proper paperwork to do it, so.
Yeah, well, they still, we've had the policy, right, where we provide the, they give the
Like,
tools
yes.
to us, but we
Yep,
put it in.
we put it in, yes.
That seems to work pretty good.
I think,
We get them where we want them.
you're absolutely right, yes.
All right.
But some of these are just putting anything we want.
Yeah.
For pipe and everything else.
They- The ones that have been putting in look pretty nice, I see. Look at a couple of them.
You know, they've been moving down with it, so.
So our notice here about the claim for phone cable, right? They got tangled up in,
Yeah, accidentally.
they tell us.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell us how
They
to.
didn't tell us how much, right?
No,
I think they're still looking at it from what that states. I did not
That's what I
upload
got.
this online because this possible litigation might be executive session, so this is kind of more of an intro, and I did not put it as a packet online.
Yeah.
Because we'd have to see what happens with it, and then from there, you guys can take it
I
to
mean,
executive.
I mean, if it's where
You
it's
know,
all, where it falls.
right, you know, I think this is, you know,
We'll probably get more information coming
you know,
Right.
when they get to it.
we're not the first ones that done this.
No.
Won't be the last either.
Most of the time, it's dug up from the ground, where they're digging, so we
Right.
put them in so shells, and then we're patting them in. But this time it was too low, and he didn't, you know, whoever got there, I don't know. But
I had a friend at the farmer, he got plowing them up,
Yeah,
and they told him, they said, don't worry, they put it in, and he told them, I'm gonna plow that up. They said, no, you're not, it's way too deep. He said, the second time I plowed it up, he said, I said, you
Oh, I
convinced
know.
yet? They still wouldn't move it out of his field.
Yeah.
The fire alarm sheet here, you
Yeah,
gave me,
it's the.
Came in after the packets were put together.
Okay.
He came and had a meeting with me, and then finally got this in time for the meeting, for this meeting. But this is, generally now, I've got it down to, it was 7:20 when I was coming in at 7:20. The alarm would be going off, I'd have to silence it. We've gotten it now to closer to 8 o'clock every morning. If somebody comes in on the weekend and shuts it for the rest of the week, that's what time it'll go off, whatever time they shut it.
Well, I did the other, I think Sunday. I can't remember what that-
See, so Sunday, yeah, when no one's in, so
Yeah,
Sunday, it went for you.
Went through the process now.
So depending on what time you shut it is what it'll be for the rest of the week.
Well, I
So-
also shut it off like 1 in the morning, so you're doing real well.
There you go. So what this is pretty much is that, I can't even tell you, one group of people tell us that we no longer have tell me the two different kind of lines that come in, analog. Wendy says that she told them and read in the thing that the analog lines were staying. David said he told them the analog lines needed to leave. Somebody said they're gone, but they took the internet lines and they put these black boxes that make the system think they're analog. but the system is a little too smart to think that they're analog, so the system continues to go off, and EM24 calls and tells us that our fire alarm is going off. They're gonna use all the protocol because no one answered the phone at 9:40 at night, and so therefore, I don't know what the protocol is. I was trying to find out whose numbers are on the protocol, so I don't know who they're calling. However, he said what we can do is analog lines really are out. They're just gone. But the way it's set up through Frontier and or Tom from the camera company, whomever did it, does not work. So he said we can try the cell service. He looked at his phone and my phone, and we don't really have the greatest cell service in the village. We used to, I don't know what happened to it. But if it's enough to keep the alarm working, then we can do that for the quote here, the $925, and our yearly fee of $365 goes up to $585. Then if we don't have enough cell service, they could use the internet lines, but now they're going to have battery backup for if we lose power. They're going to have a little more equipment that they're gonna need to bring in, and they're not gonna be able to give us that quote until the time that we determine cell service is not working. The equipment here for cell will stay, and other equipment needs to be added. So we're not losing money by going cell. But if cell doesn't work, we add more money to it with backup and running lines and labor, and we go internet, which is their second. They'd rather go cell. But we do need a fire alarm system, and it hasn't been working since we switched the system around for maintenance.
So you're saying, this is maybe a little off the edge, but you're saying the AT&T phone system we have, or not AT&T, the Frontier phone system we have,
Mhm.
is not hardwired to the building anymore.
It is with different kinds of lines. So the lines that our alarm system uses are like old copper and PBX lines. And they have gone by the wayside. It's very difficult to find somebody who can repair those.
Yeah.
So most
probably
places.
from analog to digital.
Right, so most places are going from the copper lines to a VoIP or
Which is
fiber.
internet.
It's
Yeah.
internet based.
So they can run digital.
Were we paying a yearly fee before?
Yeah.
What was our yearly fee before?
$365 is what he says. The
that's
current
right.
year is
Okay.
$365.
Right. And it's going up because we're upgrading the
Yes,
system?
because 365 was for analog. And so analog isn't gonna, it's not even being really supported anymore. And what he is saying is if we are indeed paying for 2 analog lines, we would no longer need to pay for those because again, we're told in one phone call we are, and we're told in another phone call that we're not. That they're internet with a black box. Nobody knows, and we're all done trying to open Pandora's box. We just answer the phone when it works, and we get calls when we have internet. So, and that's been far and few between lately. But as far as this system, it's $925. He keeps the system that we have. He just has to bring in new guts. So for the labor and whatever he has to bring in is gonna be $925 with a yearly cost of $585. If it doesn't work, because the cell is just not strong enough, then we have to cross that bridge and we have to add some more money, a one-time labor fee, and get a dedicated battery backup system in case the,
So that gets us back to the fire alarm system.
yes.
If the one doesn't work, and you're saying we're gonna cost us more for the other.
Yeah,
Or
Added
equipment
more.
just
We'll
for
still keep going.
additional equipment and labor,
Labor,
not different
different,
equipment.
right now. Right.
That's what I tried to make sure I had very straight with him. It would be different it would be additional equipment and labor, but not different. They would build from what we already have.
You gotta work on it, so.
I think we're caught between a rock and a hard place. We don't really have a choice.
Yeah. that's
I mean, they pretty much laid it out, so we go in steps, so.
which is helpful, at least. Thank you for working in that.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully the fixed model might work, and if it doesn't, it's cost us more. But
Do we know if they use AT&T or Verizon?
They're able to bounce off.
Both.
Oh, that's good, that's helpful.
Yeah, because when I asked him, I was like, so my AT&T currently has one bar. He goes, that's not what I want to see.
Yeah.
And he was, I forget what he was. I don't think it was Verizon, but he at least had 2 bars. But
Maybe T-Mobile or something.
I feel like that's what it wants, yeah. Straight talk.
so are we,
Yeah, I think we need to go ahead
I'll
and
move it.
move it slightly. I'll second.
any more discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Carried.
Oh, I forgot, just one more thing before we leave. I think Deb put this in my mail, but Region Non-Commercial coming out with some offers for new tanks, fuel tanks. I know we've had a lot of trouble with our fuel, as far as over the winter, how many tanks, at least 3 tanks.
I think it's acting up. We actually put it on today because it was like
Did you really?
this morning. Yeah.
So anyways, they're coming out with a, program here to put in new fuel tanks. They'll come in, give us an estimate. I didn't get to talk to the guy today. I called him. I just got this letter over the weekend. And, his name is Josh Myers. He'd come in, look at the tanks, see it, and there's sludge and reading the letter he sent here, contaminated by water and sludge in that fuel tank. And you think that's why? There's a lot more
Could
questions,
be.
because of that.
It's hard to believe, but, you'd think you wouldn't, because there's filters here, there, everywhere, but every so often you get an old tank and you find out that
Yeah, this tank is, but,
the garbage.
well, I know, they only last about 15, 20 years, and I think this has probably been there. At least that.
Well, it's got to be longer than that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's longer, that's what I mean. So, anyways, I'm gonna, as soon as he gets a hold of me, we'll come over, give us an estimate, I should have it by next month. I know he's real busy, there's a lot of people are going with us, and there's a couple, if you're concerned about your tank now, it's a great time to address it. And they give these offers, they give, get $300 off a new tank or a free service plan for 1 year, which is a value of $405. And so third, depending on your situation, some rebates or tax credits are available, new tax, whatever that would be with us, but still.
Right.
I'll just, like I said, just see
Anyone
what
comes up with,
we'll see what comes up, and I think we're gonna need, that's all. That is our issue.
So we think it's a problem with our tank and not the burn?
Yeah, I think there's sludge in there, and just from years of settlement's gone down in there.
well, filter right up.
Filled your filter right up, and then that's why we had trouble with
Right.
it. Further,
Well, then you have to replace the injector houses all the time.
and I don't know how they put these new tanks down in the cellars, or outside, I don't know.
I'm curious to find out how they do those.
If they install them, that's their problem.
Exactly. So it sounds like he's really busy, because I talked to the secretary there, she said he is crazy busy right now. So I'm sure that's why they wasn't able to hold him today, but he will come, I left a message, so
Okay.
I'll let you know. So, that's it.
Happy?
I'm happy, I did want to mention, I was hoping he would send it to me, he didn't send it to me yet, but the fire department ended up ordering 5 new flags. Remember the banners, the welcome banners?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they turned out with the symbol, with our new symbol on it. They turned out really nice. We're supposed to be getting them next week. They'll be down in Southtown, because that's who the fire department did it. So they did welcome, and they've got the symbol of the town of New Berlin with a background. It's kind of neat. And at the bottom it says South New Berlin too, but it's,
Yeah.
so if you guys see them, let us know what you think. They turned out really nice, but I wanted to show everybody, but he didn't send me a
Did
picture.
you get away with?
We did get a new ambulance,
Oh,
yes.
yes, today, really.
Yeah.
We have two in the facility. One of them for a year has been agreed to work as a transport ambulance to be able to do transports from one. The other one is to stay in, to cover the district
Sure.
for calls. But I think it's going good, and
When I see it go by.
they're making calls. They're making
It's going by
calls.
all the time. Good luck.
Yeah, yes.
You know.
We got quite the crew.
If you can keep the people.
That's right. That's-
So far, so good. So far, so
I
good.
mean, I'd rather see it local, but, if you can't keep people, then
Right.
you're stuck.
Well, and we're all volunteer, but they
Yeah.
seem to be holding it through.
That's good.
You know, that department down there, I don't know about the local department in there, but South New Berlin is definitely, we're reaching out and we're doing fun things. And Sunday is our Sunday fun day. You should stop by. It's free. Come and join.
Yes, I've been promoting.
Yeah, right?
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn.
I just wanted to note real quick, I officially checked today's mail and I have no fuel bids.
Oh, yeah, we were gonna do that, right? We were gonna do that.
The what?
No fuel bids.
Fuel bids?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so I just realized that I never got a chance to look through today's mail, so I just ran before you closed
Yeah.
to let you know we didn't get any.
I had a note on that, but I didn't hear anything about it, so I figured we haven't got
Yeah,
it
you would
yet,
think we
but
would have gotten something by now.
if they're interested.
Well,
You would
that's-
think they'd be
They
interested.
got plenty of customers, they don't have to,
Right, so just wanted to make note.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. We were aware, adjourned.
I'll move it.
Second.
Okay. We're happy with it.
Good.
Okay, we're done.
I have, just, nothing for the meeting, just some side note that, Verizon is going to be purchasing Frontier. It weren't going to because Frontier wasn't laying fiber optics, but Frontier has been spending a lot of time laying fiber optics so Verizon wants to buy it now. And I have DSL. That's how I access the internet, through a pair of those copper cables like you have.
Really?
And I like it only because when the wind blows, my internet doesn't go out.
Yeah.
And because I live in the village, the propane generator powers the hub here, and even if the power goes out, I still have the internet. I have a house generator too, but,
Yeah, but
but anyway, so fiber optic is coming, just don't know when, but it's probably like in the next 15 months or something. So all of your internet will get easier for the town.
That would be fantastic.
Perfect.
That would be
We have fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ours is fiber.
Yeah, my electrician who lives in Milford, he covers 10 counties in New York State, and his crews have been installing fiber optic for all the municipalities and all the counties,
Okay.
and they've been contracting to do it. He's like, it's coming, we're not waiting for the schedule for Shenango, so anyway.
Thanks.
Be well.
Yeah, that'll be.
They first sent it, it was like this.
Kind of like that.
Straight up and it looks really nice. I'm excited.
You're on that email, I don't know how to explain, we don't know the places of vendors. Oh, you know, vendor? Yeah, we have it right down the road.
How much? Not much, not much.
You want to go or you want me to go?
Yeah, I got to talk to John about that too, and we're gonna figure that out. Yeah, I'm aware.
So how are we moving forward? We've already put in the one with the changes.
Changes, yeah. I don't know. And maybe so I can come back to that, how we want to address it.
Okay, she's gonna put that through, but the other thing of it is, if he uses his personal data, he's not using it.
Right.
We can't read any personal data. That's also a red flag.
Right, that is.
Yeah, so it's not even like he used cash, he used his own data. Just-
Right, I think this
Right.
paper here is for
It just
you
works,
as well.
it works. The thing of it is, just wait until you're here.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to, Joan briefly said something to me, but I didn't get into it, and I wanted to talk to her about it.
Good job, Roy.
A plus.
Oh, well.
A plus, yeah. That was not, we're at the other, damn.
Yeah, I have not met with Joan, matter of fact, they had a meeting tonight, but I'm here. Oh, to go to that.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
eating snacks.